Hi everyone, this is May from My Own Pets, and in today's Procreate tutorial, I will show you how to draw this cute dog in Kawaii Style as the reference picture. If you like my new video tutorial, please subscribe to this channel to support my art. So now let's grab our pencils and let's get started. Let's create a canvas with the dimensions of 3000 for 3000 pixels and DPI set in 300. You can download the color palette and the raw sketch for free in the video description. We will choose our brush from the default Procreate sketching brushes. Let's start sketching. For this illustration, we will be using a very useful tool, Drawing Guide. Let's edit the drawing guide. Here, you can choose the symmetry tool. Everything you draw in one of the sides, it will be the same in the other one. So, let's start. Let's choose a dark color for the sketch. For the head, let's draw an ellipse. Let's draw a bigger ellipse. This will be the hat of the dog. Remember that you can always modify the design with the Liquify tool. Now we can draw the little nose like this, and then let's add the little mouth. Let's make the mouth a little bit open like this, and then we can draw the tongue. Keep in mind that the Kawaii style is very minimal. We can add some details like the top of the nose. Now let's create a diagonal line that will suggest the space between the eyes and the eyes of the frog hat. Now let's create a new layer for the eyes of the frog hat. Please be sure to select the Drawing Assist option. We give you the opportunity to use the symmetry tool you create before. Now let's create a circle. If you hold down the circle and touch the screen, you will create a perfect circle. You can always edit the shape as you want to. Now we can delete these parts. At the end of the line, we can create a smoother join between the two shapes, like this. In another layer, we can create the eyes of the frog, like this, using the Drawing Assist. Please don't forget. We create a circle, hold down, touch the screen, and this is the perfect shape. Perfect. We can mark the center of the circle for create like a pie chart. Next, in another layer, we create the little mouth for the frog, like this. Now we can add some small details, like little fur up of the frog hat. In a separate layer, we can create a new shape for the hat joint. Now we need to choose all the layers to make them smaller. For the eyes, we create a new layer. Please be sure to select the drawing assist. We start with a little ellipse. We can now duplicate this layer and make it bigger, a little bit bigger, using the Select Transform tool. Now we delete these parts at the end of the ellipse. Let's draw a small line. This will create this effect of eyeliner on the eye. Then, if you want to, you can dark this part. It's looking super cute already. Remember, you can always adjust all the sizes as you want to. You will have the raw sketch on the video description. We can adjust the eyes too, and it's perfect. For the body, we can create a line that will suggest the end of the body and the middle one. That will be the chest. We create a line, and then we can add some fur for the details. Now we can create the paws. In this Kawaii style, the paws are very simple, just a form like this. For the other paws, you can draw a little ellipse and make the little fingers details. Add some fur and then close the shape. In the Kawaii style, the head always looks bigger than the rest of the body, so let's grab our body and make it smaller, like this. Now let's choose all the layers and create a new group, and rename it Sketch. Let's lower the opacity of the sketch, because we'll be creating the Lineart now. For the Lineart, you have the palette colors on the video description. Remember that you have for each part, each color. So for the Lineart will be the darkest colors of the palette. Let's grab the inking brushes sketch match, one of the Procreate brushes. For the Lineart, be sure to have the drawing assist again activated, because you will repeat the same process that you did in the sketch. So let's get started. Please be sure to be working on separate layers for each color. This will make the process easier. You can choose the darker color for the eyes, for example, the nose and the mouth. let's merge this group. And let's duplicate this layer for each color we have in the drawing. So, 3 times. I will show you next why this step is so important. Let's group them together and change the name to coloring. Perfect, so now if you choose the lighter green and you drag it into the shape, you will see that this shape will be fulfilled with the color. That's why we duplicate each layer for each color. We can change the color background, so it will be more contrast on the drawing because this dog is white. We choose now each color for each part and let's repeat this process. Now let's bring this design to life. Let's create the highlights and the shadows. We can create a new layer on top of the green color and select clipping mask. Let's choose the airbrushing. And then the green that is more lighter, like a yellow. This way we can create like a gradient effect on the frog hat. Now in a separate layer, we choose the darker green. Now with the inking brush, we can create the shadows on the part we think they will be. Remember that this process will be repeated in all the color layers. Next, let's create a white circle for the frog eyes. For the highlights, we choose the white color, and on the blending mode, we choose the Add option. We lower the opacity a little bit, and then we start drawing the highlights. Let's repeat the same process. Let's create with the white color a new layer and select the Add Blending mode. Then we lower the opacity a little bit and create the gloss of the frog hat. We can group all the layers for colors like this. This one is green. Now let's repeat the same process for each color as I said before. We choose the darker pink for the white part of the body in a new separate layer. And we start shading like a gradient effect the body of the dog. We can delete all the parts we don't think that is necessary or give it more details, and we can lower the opacity if the color is too strong. Now, with the darker pink, we can create the shadow of the dog body, like we did before with the frog hat. We can create these shadows below the eyes, between the fur, behind the hat, and all those places. Now we can create the blush. We choose the airbrushing and the darker pink. We draw a little bit, the little brush. So cute! And then we add a little white lines. Now let's add some details on the eyes and the nose of this cute dog. On top of the Lineart layer, let's select an airbrush and then choose light blending mode overlay and a white color. Then let's create like a gradient effect on the eye. And a little bit on the nose. We repeat the same process in a separate layer with the blending mode like add. Let's choose an inking brush and with a white color we create a new ellipse on the eyes. This effect will create a shiny eyes. We can add some details, like little sparkles, hearts, or even stars in yellow color. All the details you want to add. I didn't like the dark lines of the white color so strong, so for these line arts I will use the dark pink now, and a separate layer as clipping mask with the airbrush. Let's make it less dark. Now we can create the shadow of the dog at the background, like this. You can create as many details you want for the background. On this example, I create a line and then I choose the Gaussian blur effect, like this. Perfect. Then you can add or draw like little hearts, sparkles, and any details you want to add. And we're done! Now our digital drawing of this cute dog in Kawaii Style is ready. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumb up and subscribe to my channel for more videos and tutorials like this. Thank you for watching and see you soon!